y'all, she's dedicated her entire life to bettering things for the people of Detroit, especially kids. She is what we call a rad human. From the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation, let's welcome Angela Reyes. Yes. Now, meet everybody. Meet Laura, meet Gabriel.
Hi. Oh.
You said your friends call you Angie, so Angie it is.
Okay.
Because we are friends now. So before we talk about what you do now, let's go back. Like, you've always been really active in your community for years, right?
Yes, I actually started working with young people when I was 17, probably because I'm the second of 10 kids, so kids were always in my life. And had been working for a whole lot of years with young people. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, we started seeing a lot of gang activity in our community. So kids that I knew that had grown up in my home that I was really close to, a lot of them were getting killed. And I started going to funerals all the time. Couple a month, I was going to funerals for kids.
What?
And really, what I tell people is I was tired of burying children. So knew that we needed to do something different, and worked with a couple other folks to help form a truce between several of the leadership in the different gangs.
That's incredible.
So a lot of those young people, they were young adults, were ready to leave the gang because they were also tired of burying their family and their friends. And we partnered with the Hispanic Manufacturing Center, which had just moved into our community, and they hired a bunch of the young men and women who were coming out of the gangs. So we had people who were literally shooting at each other one day and then became coworkers the very next day and were working side by side.
What a lesson that is for us all to learn even still. Yeah, yes. Yeah, wow. So you started DHDC in 1997, so is out of your living room?
Yeah, started in my living room, and we have really grown. We serve about 500 kids a year. We pick them up from school, we bring them to our center, we feed them, because a lot of those kids won't have eaten otherwise, help them with their homework, and then they get to choose what they're going to be involved in. So we focus a lot on two things: healing and giving those kids unconditional love, because that's what really everybody wants. But also we give them, we expose them to a lot of things. So we use STEAM. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So kids get to do film production, music production, graphic design, 3D printing, robotics. So they get to choose what kind of thing that they want to be involved in.
That's so, the opportunity that's then presented to them, and because a lot of kids, especially where I grew up, we didn't have any money, and a lot of the kids I grew up didn't have any money.
Right.
You feel like there's no hope because there's no opportunity. Like, if you don't have money, there's no chance. There's no network to like help you get anywhere. So what an amazing thing you're doing for all these kids. So you must have seen many lives that have turned around in all this, that have just 180'd, right?
Yes. Well, I'm on the third generation of kids. So some of the kids who used to come, now their children, or in some cases their grandchildren, come. We've had cases from like one young man who came to us in middle school because he'd gotten arrested because he was tagging a building, and he had to do community service. So we partnered him with a young man who was a graffiti artist who taught him how to perfect his art. And that young man actually has traveled all over Europe with General Motors. Has done murals for them. He's now doing murals for a Ford Motor Company. He's been in the paper.
So he's still doing what he loved to do, but he's like putting it in a purposeful way. Yeah. Absolutely. Wow. So you're both from big cities. So do you think a program like this would have made a real difference in your city?
I know for me, I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I know for me, I grew up in a very rough neighborhood in Long Beach, right on the border between the east side and west side, so everything happened on my block. And my mom kept me inside, and I know that there was a Boys and Girls Club in the neighborhood where a lot of kids would go to, but sometimes, you know, it just became too much. There were too many, and so they didn't have enough room. And it's something that I saw firsthand that does work. You know, you give them an outlet, something else to do, something that's positive, something that reminds them that there's more to life than being in a gang.
Yeah.
And a safe place where someone belongs and can create a community for themselves. You know, particularly if you have a single parent who's not there all the time, or they're alone, and there's no way, they don't know how.
Yeah.
And when you are with, like-minded kids who are going through similar trauma, it's
It's easy to go on the wrong path, She's also let many kids live with her when they had no other place to go. Our next guest is one of them, and she says that she's not sure she'd actually be alive if it wasn't for Angela. So let's welcome Isabel. So tell us about your connection with Angela.
So first off, if you guys hear me referring to Angela as Buela, that's short for abuela, so I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable calling her Angie.
Grandma, yeah.
But so basically her son Lex is my godfather and was also my father's best friend. Unfortunately, my father Felipe was in a gang in Southwest Detroit, a part of a lot of these problems that Angela was talking about. And when I was 8 months old, he was shot and killed. And then shortly after, my mom was taken to prison. So Angie had taken me in as a baby. So she's known me my whole entire life. And then Willa invited me to stay with her until I'm ready. So through college and whatever I need to do. So I'm very grateful for her.
That's amazing. You have someplace. It's so cool. So, and since moving in with her, you've become part of DHDC. So what's that been like? What's the whole experience like?
Okay, so DHDC has been around my whole entire life. I'm only 18 years old. It's amazing to see how far it's grown. When I was a baby, I remember it just being a warehouse and like we had some toys and stuff to play with.
Yeah.
But then last year, when all this happened, I actually came to join the program in the summer. And I started doing the Southwest Seeds music program as well as like DNR and stuff that happens in the summer. And I started to learn the production of music and how to actually sing with my diaphragm and what goes into songwriting. And then like some opportunities came our way. So I got to open up for the Pistons game and sing in Little Caesars Arena for Los Pistons Latino Heritage Night.
That's so great.
I've never felt like I actually belonged anywhere.
Yeah.
And when I got to stand on that arena floor, I finally like felt like I was doing what I meant to do.
Felt at home.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you felt validated by a performance? Like, oh my God, I kicked ass. Yeah. Was it the time you got the $435?
You know, my mom was, she wasn't the most she wasn't negative. Well, she was. She was like, you know, she was happy for me, but it wasn't like, you know, like really validating.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, if that's what you want to do, pues yo no sé nada porque, you know, I just try to give you the best, pero no quieres, jaja, jaja. I don't even laugh, mijo.
You know what though? She made you real funny.
She made, yeah. Mama did right.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Do you remember there?
I do. I think it was second or third grade. It was the year Ms. Magazine first came out, so I think it was 73. And we did a feminist version of a Santa Claus story where Mrs. Claus took over.
Yes.
And she got to deliver the presents, and like he got a cold, and so she took over, and and I played Mrs. Claus, and it was that moment.
It was the best Christmas ever.
Oh, I really this feels nice.
I know.
I
It
feel
is
good
such a
here.
cool thing when you find something you're good at. If it's not on stage,
Yeah.
whatever it is, it emboldens you. It makes you feel so powerful, like and when you find purpose or something you really love. But I know you have something that you wanted to say to Angela, because I mean, this has to be incredible. Look what you're doing. This is one person out of the many that you've helped. So what would you like to say to her?
Well, I want to say thank you for being the light in our community for me and many others like me, for your family. I want to say thank you for not giving up on me and supporting my dreams. And thank you for taking me in as one of your own, because I've needed it. And I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, she's holding it back.
It's gonna make me cry.
I know, I can see you do that thing where you're like, I'm gonna hold it in, I'm gonna hold it in. It's just such an amazing thing that you do this for so many. What an amazing, like I hope that you go home at night and right before you close your eyes, you're like, I'm just glad I'm doing something this is amazing what you're doing with your life. And the impact that you're making, not just on the community, but even right now in this episode, is so monstrous. It's so amazing and big. And I'm just really proud to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I have to get to this because I'm excited about this. So our partners at Xfinity are so moved by everything you do to support Detroit youth. You are truly an unbelievable, unbeatable leader in your community. I wish we had so many more people like you in multiple communities. We'd solve a lot, people. You've helped to empower the people around, and you've helped them grow, and you've helped them become the best versions of themselves. We have an example right here. That's why Xfinity wants to thank you, and so they're going to outfit your home with their next generation Wi-Fi technology and give you a free year of internet service and hook you up that way. Plus, you and 4 family members are going to get brand new mobile devices and a year of free mobile service with Xfinity Mobile. Last but definitely not least, Xfinity is giving you $15,000 to help further your impact in the community. Well, thank you so much for your service to our community, and also thank you so much to our partners at Xfinity for helping you achieve even more.